Hi everybody, I'm going to do a demonstration for how we can use a fantastic app called Photopea. Now what you need to do, first of all, is I'd like for you to take a photograph of yourself. Make sure it's a funny photograph. Nothing too serious. You can see here I've just pulled a wee bit of a silly face. And make sure that you can save that to some sort of device. Now, if you are using a PC, take a photograph on a mobile phone or a tablet or something like that, and then upload it to your OneDrive or email it to yourself. Just get it somewhere so that you can access it easily on the computer. If you are using your mobile phone to complete this activity, or an iPad or some form of tablet or Android device, you can simply take the photograph on the system and then you can use that. Now, the website that I'm introducing you all to is a website called Photopea. Now, it is free to use, and it is basically a very simplified version of Photoshop, but I think you'll really quite enjoy the things you get to do on it. So I'm just going to type it into my taskbar here, www.photopea.com. Okay, so photopea.com, and I'm going to hit enter to that, and you'll see here that we get lots of things coming up. I'm just going to hit agree to that, and what I can do is just cross that big X out the way so that it's not taking up my page. And if you've ever used Photoshop before, you'll see that it's got quite a similar layout. Now, what we're going to do today is we are going to create a pop art portrait using the photograph that we have just taken on our device. All right, so it doesn't matter if you're doing it on the tablet or a desktop PC, the controls will be the same. So I am going to select File, all right, and I'm going to select Open. All right, and you can see here that it's going to let me select straight from my photo gallery. So that means that I can just take my image straight from there very quickly, or I can choose to browse. So if you're at your PC, that's where you would browse to where you have saved that photograph if you are working from a desktop PC to do this. So I'm going into my photo library and I'm going to pick my fabulous photograph, and you'll see the wee tick next to the name. You then need to hit Add. When I do that, I can see my fabulous photograph on my page. Okay, so for today's activity, I am going to show you how to apply a threshold to your image. Okay, so I'm going to, at the top of my page, where I can see File, Edit, Images, Layers, Select, Filters, all these different ideas and controls that I can use, I am going to go into Image, okay, and I'm going to go into Adjustments. And when I go into Adjustments, I can do lots of different things here. I can change the brightness and contrast of my photograph. I can apply photo filters, I can posterize it, I can invert the colours of it, I can change the exposure. But what I'm looking for us to do today is to go right near the bottom of the page, below invert, below posterize, to where it says threshold. All right, if you could click that for me, please. You will automatically see that your picture goes into a crazy black and white image. Now I'm just going to play with the scale of that on my phone so that I can get a wee bit more detail of some of the elements of my artwork that I am producing today. And when I'm happy with it, I can select OK. All right, so that's stage one. You've started to create a pop art portrait. What I then want to do is I want to add a bit of colour to this artwork. All right, and I'm going to show you how to change colour. So at the left hand side of my page, you'll see lots of different icons, and you'll see right at the bottom of it, on my page, there is a red square. If I tap that red square, it brings up all the colour options. Now, either with your cursor or simply with your finger, you can change the colour of that and you'll see it change the tone of my reds at the top, or I can use the actual colours at the side to change what colour I'd like it to be. So I think I'll start off with a nice purpley red. When I'm happy with that colour, I'll hit OK, and you can see at the bottom of my page that has automatically changed. Okay, but we want to fill colour into the page, and at the moment we can't see how to do that because we are looking for the paint bucket tool, but the paint bucket tool for us at the moment is hidden. Okay, so we need to find it, and the paint bucket tool is in the gradient tool option. You'll see that every icon has a wee arrow at its bottom corner. If you click and hold on that, it gives you more options of different icons that you can select. And on my page, roughly halfway down, there's a wee rectangle that has a gradient of a really light grey, almost white, down to quite a dark grey. If I select and hold that, you will see that it gives me the paint bucket tool option, so I can click on that paint bucket tool. Okay, and I can decide to add colour to my piece. All right, and I can do that as many times as I like until I produce a really cool pop art piece of work with lots of detail. All right, I may choose to include a different colour, so I might choose quite a light green, almost an aqua tone, and I might include that in some of the leaves in the background. You can even choose, as I've done there, to change the black so that the black's no longer a colour. If you do that and you decide, oh no, I didn't want that, okay, just simply go to the top of the page where it says edit and select that, and then you can go step backward. Okay, and if I select step backward, it'll go back one stage. Now, what's really great is if you're working on a tablet, if you've got any of those sort of tablet pens or stylus pens, they're really good at helping you get into those intricate areas. You can also select your image and zoom in on it by simply clicking and dragging, so that I'm just doing this with my fingers, so that you can get into those intricate places and zoom out. Or if you're on a PC, you can just hit Control+ and that will zoom in on your picture as well. All right, and you can see there's a wee magnifying glass at the top page as well, so you can click and zoom in a section. So what I'm looking for you all to do is to produce for me one pop art portrait using Photopea. Okay. Once you have finished your artwork, and this is where it is very, very important, you need to record it, you need to save and export your artwork as a JPEG. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how to do that now so that you can send me the image easily. If you go to File and Export As, so do you see that down the page? Export As, and it's got a little arrow next to it. You're going to click that and you're going to select the second option, which has the JPG, which stands for a JPEG image. When you click on that, you can increase the quality of your image file if you want. I'm just dragging mine up to 100%. And then you're going to click Save. It will then ask you if you want to download your JPEG. You do want to do that. So you will click Download. Okay. And at the top of my screen, I see a little arrow that's pointing downwards. It's in a circle. Can we all see that? I'm then going to click on that circle with the arrow pointing downwards, and I'm going to click my image. Okay. I can then put that image into my gallery. to make it easy for me to attach as my homework. So if I now select the square with the arrow that points upwards, the share icon, I can hit Save Image. And when I do that, done. When I do that, I can come out of this and I should be able to go into my gallery, and there it is, sitting in my gallery, ready for me to attach as a hand-in for this assignment. Now, if you are somebody who wants to have a little bit more challenge, I would like you to produce some more images on Photopea using the different filters at the top. Okay, explore all the different things and functions that you can do with it to make a really creative image, and send them to me along with this as part of this week's assignment. Okay, please feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to support you with doing this activity. Thank you.